At the back end of last year, I headed to Nepal for what was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. One last big mission before my son arrived the following February. However, things didn't exactly go to plan. On my first morning while shooting at the Buddha Stupa in Kathmandu, the country went into lockdown following civil unrest and protest over corruption. I spent the following week confined to the area of Thamel where my hotel was located after the army was brought in to try and restore peace. Unfortunately, this is just something that comes with travel. Sometimes you get caught up in a difficult or scary situation, and it was a good reminder of how lucky I am to do what I do and to come from a place where life is generally a lot more stable. It's easy to forget that not everyone has it as easy as we do in other parts of the world. As disappointed as I was that this trip hadn't gone to plan, I still managed to get out around Kathmandu with my Sony A1 Mark II and trusty 40mm lens, experiencing this chaotic city in a way that many people never do, with the streets almost completely empty. So this was one of my first images of the day, and it was great to see after the chaos that had gone on over the previous days. 3 schoolboys arm in arm, 3 subjects creates a nice balance across the image, and their matching blue uniforms pop against the muted backdrop. Alright, let's see what we can find today. It's already looking a hell of a lot busier than what it's been like, bless you sir, the last few days. There's still a lot of empty shops, but there are more shops open that have been the last 3 days. So let's see what we can find. Wow, look at this Kodak sign. Look at that Kodak sign. That is awesome. How many years has that been there for? Quite hard to frame that. So I don't really want to get that nice clean shop in. I just want to concentrate on this here. The details. Yeah, and when there's not much activity going on in the streets, those are the kind of things that you're drawn to. The details, the smaller things in life. Little frame up there of old mate hanging out the window. It's going to be hard to straighten that up in post because obviously shooting from below him. But here we go. There's a nice photo here. Rule of 3. There's my man Adrian, who's very big on. It's kind of rubbing off on me watching his videos lately. Quite a nice shot, but yeah, again, trying to be perfectionist. Framing's a little bit off, but let's try and move over and get this lady in that negative space there. Yeah, we'll take that. Namaste. Namaste. Yeah. What have we got? Namaste. Get the nice framing of both the buildings and then It leads your eye to that pagoda in the background. Maybe try not to be a perfectionist and just fire away. Heading back into this square to explore a little bit further, I was approached by a lady trying to sell these little bags. After politely trying to explain that I didn't actually want the bag, but I was more than happy to give her some money, she kind of understood what I meant. Speaking to her a little bit more, I asked her if it was okay if I could take a portrait of her. I don't even need the bag, you see. I just give you the 100 rupee. I don't need the bag though, okay?
One piece, okay, take up.
I don't need the bag. I don't need the bag.
Somebody give.
I don't need the bag.
Okay.
It's okay. Here we go. It's okay. Can I take a portrait? Photo?
Okay.
Thank you. Here we go.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Good.
Okay, have a good day.
Yes,
Wow, I'm forever amazed by the wiring in places in the east. Like, just absolute insanity. Fascinated by it. We got some more of these textures here as well. I just love it. Just, oh, the grit. And the, yeah, I mean, look at what this must have been through. However many posters and stuff that have been over that. Paint, I mean, there's blue, brown, green. There's a lady over here. It's got lovely contrasting colours on that yellow bit. Let's go. Wow. I think this street sums up that colour palette perfectly that I was saying. Very muted, but colourful at the same time. Obviously, like, with a lot of dust and the air quality's not the best. You've got these sort of worn looking blue, green buildings, orange buildings. Really beautiful. I really like this photo here. I think there's going to be a shot here. That car just parked up. Yeah, I like that a lot. It's definitely sank here. Yeah, so I don't really want to get sort of all of this mess in here. I'll lead the line into that. But if I come too far over, I'm going to lose the front of that car. But if I come too far back, then that pole's going to block the car out. But yeah, really like that. Little pops of colour. It makes you ask the question, you know, why? What was the rush to put those back? Such a sort of drastic manner for them to be sitting at that angle. Yeah, this is cool. This kid's got loads of balloons on his back. That's the shot right there. So here we've got the traditional Nepalese taxi. We've got a nice building here. The yellow pop. Simple frame. I really like it. Little pops of colour here and there. We'll keep having a little wander around here. I think this might be the end of the road here though. This is quite cool as well. We've got 3 cars all at very different angles and inclines. Very chaotic, all at 3. So yeah, look at the state of that. This one's like, nose is nearly touching the floor. It's so cool. Very, very messy, but yeah, I like it a lot. We've got this fella walking through here with a green. I'm going to snap him right there in that negative space. Lots of pops of colour. The shop, the little van over there, the yellow shop in the back, and then him with his green umbrella. It's quite funny in street photography or in photography where things are out of your control, how long it takes you to get into the swing of things. Like when I picked up the camera this morning, I didn't even want to start clicking the shutter and reeling off frames because I was being so pedantic about trying to get the most minimalistic scene, the most perfect shot straight out of camera. And you can't really do that, can you? Especially in a place like Kathmandu that is so chaotic. Even on a day like today, where it's relatively quiet, you're just never going to get that. And it's so funny that I have to go through this process every time of sort of slowing down and going through the motions, and in a couple of hours on, you start just reeling off shots of funds and things start clicking in. And I have to keep reminding myself that every time I pick up the camera in a situation like this. And now, like I say, I'm reeling off shots, and on the back of the camera, they look like, yeah, pretty decent. But 2 hours ago, when I started this video, yeah, I didn't even want to click the shutter. Oh, that's crazy. You've got that little girl chasing the pigeons in the background, and I've caught one right in front of the camera. It's another nice bit of framing here. You've got these two houses, the alleyway, and there's a guy sitting on the front of that shop, sort of minding his own business. Namaste. New Zealand. I leave tomorrow. Yeah, unfortunately I have to leave. Yeah. My trip got cut short because of the protests. So yeah, I have to leave. But I will come back for sure. Is it okay to take a photo? Yeah, a portrait, okay. Very nice, sir. Thank you. Namaste. Oh, lovely bloke. Poor thing, said his business has been closed because the army said that he's not allowed to sell or open up his business today because he's based inside the square. It's a nice little shot there, a bit of everyday life going on. Old mate's red top just popping there. So after a spot of lunch, the sun actually decided to come out, which was the first time that I'd seen the sun in about 7 days. The streets also seemed to be a lot livelier, so I decided to carry on shooting and revisit a stupa close by that I'd previously visited on my first morning. This is the first sun I've seen since being in Nepal. Lovely. Got no sun cream on though, so I'm going to get burnt, no doubt. This is nice though, with the green sign here. You've got that blue shop front. Quite like to see if we can get something here. Very tight though, that's the only problem. Yeah, nice. Light coming through that sign. Sick. Look at this old guy getting his hair cut here. So cool. This place is like a completely different place. When you get a little bit of light come through, it's pretty wild to see blue skies. I haven't seen blue skies in so long. I mean, look at the light just hitting that. Let's come off auto ISO. Retain those highlights. Oh, I've seen a little mirror in there. I'm going to go APS-C crop mode because my shadow's getting in the way. Manual focus. Let's try and get that background in focus so it's not picking up the actual mirror and belt. There's a very interesting lady about to walk into the scene here. focus. Wow, that's sick. Yeah, I mean, she's not centre, but like I say a million times, you can't be picky, can you? In street photography anyway, you can't be picky. You have to hope for a lot of things to align. Old mate, yeah. Wow, what the hell? What's up with the love for pigeons? Can anyone let me know? That is a serious spray and pray that. Hold your breath. Oh, let's have a look at this security guard here. That's a very, very nice shot. That building in the background. So I'm not sure how well you're going to see this, but this just caught my eye as I was walking past. There's some really cool reflections and abstract shots. Kind of get a reverse of this new famous Taylor sign. You've got the pops of colour from the two suits in the window, and then you can get little pockets of scenes happening. It is quite hard to focus, so you probably have to manual focus if I know how to work my camera, like this. And then, there we go. So I always leave my leave the colours on, so I know what's actually in focus when I'm in manual focus. I'll tell you what, if I come a little bit, there's a head in the window there that looks super cool. So I definitely want someone walking this way because they'll be facing me. Obviously it's reversed, so. Yeah, there's a cyclist coming. Just coming behind me now. Ambulance. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I don't know. It'd be one of them that you have to play around with when you get into post, but yeah. Layers of colours, things going in the wrong direction. I'm sure there's something abstract-y that I can pull from that. Have a look at all of these bikes that have been burnt out from the protests. You got cars. There's a police truck there as well that's been torched. Chaos. It's hard to fathom seeing this sort of stuff actually burning on the street. It's very tame from where from what I saw. I mean, I was locked up in a hotel for the majority of the time, but pretty crazy. There's definitely a shot here.